Welcome to our weekly boxing chat. I'm Andy Scott. I'm joined in the studio by a fighter and trainer who are preparing for a huge world title fight in November. So welcome to Anthony Yarde and Tunde Ajayi. Welcome both of you. Thanks for coming in. Huge news broke last week. Caught a lot of people on the hop, I think, including us. So you will face David Benavidez for the WBC light heavyweight title over in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Once again, you are running towards the danger rather than away from it.
Of course. I just feel like it's embedded in me. It's my character. And I will always be a person where I take on the biggest challenge for myself. I don't want to be that person where you look back and you say, what if?
Yeah.
You know, that's a fear of mine. So some people, it's their fear to actually go and challenge, you know, big things. For me, a fear of mine is looking back and saying, what if?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great attitude and we applaud it. You've been close twice.
Yes.
How do you make sure that you're not one of these nearly men that get close and never quite climb the mountain? How do you get over it this time?
Just by being myself, continuing to be a better version of myself each time, as I've shown. And I don't know, I feel like timing sometimes is a blessing. So I feel like this time just feels good.
Yeah, trainer and manager Tunde Ajayi. I hope you don't mind. I was going to ask you about the fight, but actually we were all in the same location yesterday. I just want to use this little bit of time just to pay tribute to James Cook, an absolute legend in his own right. He was laid to rest yesterday. Over 1,500 people in the church, standing room only. I wonder how you reflect on that. I hope the family don't mind me saying it was a very sad affair, but at the same time, what a celebration of his life.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we talk about angels all the time. You know, James Cook was a living angel, someone that meant so much to us dearly, and he affected the lives of so many people, and that was clear to see at yesterday's service, at the burial, at the wake. He's just a wonderful man, and credit to his wife Carmen and everyone that was there, his daughters. They gave beautiful speeches. James Cook can never be replaced.
Yes.
He's just a wonderful person, and he meant so much to me in terms of mentoring, having someone to speak to that was older than me, wiser than me, had seen more than me, especially in the sport of boxing and in life in general. And, you know, I know I'm not speaking for Anthony, but I can say he definitely made a change to Anthony's career and his boxing, and so much jewels, so much wisdom we got from this man. 3 a.m. morning runs. It's one of those sad but happy situations, and I thank God for the life of James Cook, and he will never be forgotten.
Back to the room. Can we break down this Benavidez fight? A lot of people, I think, in the industry, there's an aura around him that he's maybe avoided. He maybe hasn't landed the big names that he wanted, the sort of Canelo fight that he's been banging that drum for a long time. What is your attitude towards him? Do you think he is avoided? Do you think he's justifiably hyped? Do you think that he's not as good as he thinks he is? What is your take on Benavidez?
No, I think, you know, his recent performances, you know, who he's fought, you know, how he's fought them, people he's beat, how he's beat them. Again, there's a reason people are saying, you know, he's one of the best in the world. He's tried to get big fights. He's tried to get the Canelo fight. I'm not in the position to talk about why that fight hasn't happened. People are going to have their opinions as always. But definitely, you know, he's based on these past performances, he's what people have been saying about him. And that's what excites me.
Yeah. What excites you about this fight, Tunde? Because if you don't mind me saying, we spoke about it at length in the podcast. You know, you've been in the crosshairs of a lot of people about the way that you've guided Anthony. Should you have taken this fight this time? Should you have done that? Were you lacking in experience in that respect? It could all come to fruition now. You know, if you get this done and you win this, you can turn around at everybody and say, I told you so.
Well, I don't think I ever say I told you so, but one thing I know, even in my life, probably your life and everything's timing. I just believe that this is the right time. In terms of why the fight excites me, it's because you've got two fantastic entertaining fighters. This will not be a Tom and Jerry situation. This will be a Tom and Tom situation.
That's reference to Turkey Al Sheikh's tweet of the weekend, wasn't it? I don't want Tom and Jerry fights. So that's Tom and Tom.
This is Tom and Tom. You know, two guys, and you know, I was listening to an interview from Jose Benavidez Sr.,
The father.
And he said Anthony Yarde is their hardest fight. And I echo those words. We are going to prepare like we've always prepared, diligently, and I just expect a fight of the decade. Anthony Yarde is a tremendous all-action fighter, and so is Benavidez. Their records speak for themselves. I think Benavidez has 24 knockouts out of 30 fights, and Anthony Yarde has 26 knockouts. So I just feel like this is a fight where the fans will get what they've been asking for.
Yeah, it's a cliche, isn't it? But they say a loss is really only a loss if you don't learn from it. We're going to, look at not Kovalev, but Beterbiev, which are the two world title fights you've had, where you've come up short, but not without moments of success in that fight. How do you bridge that gap between, being close and maybe not quite having the experience? Would that be fair enough? Not quite just having the know-how to get over the line. Do you believe you've got that now, and you learned that in this fight?
For me, 100%. They're showing where the good moments Beterbiev had. But again, I had no, it's cool. But I had my moments in the fight as well where he was getting pushed back. I cut him. And here's my bit like, and that's his bit. When he caught me, that's his bit.
We haven't edited that.
No, it's cool.
I have to say.
They can show their parts where I'm at my misfortune. But there was parts in the fight. This is why one fight of the year, I cut him, he cut me. We was going back and forth. I gave him his hardest fight, And this is a guy that had over 200 amateur fights. I had 12.
Yeah.
So again, I'm not in the business of caring about what anybody says if I'm an underdog or, he shouldn't be taking this fight or whatever. I don't care about it. My thing is I'm always gonna go in there and it's lions in the camp. Lions in the camp means when a lion wakes up every day, he's got no choice but to go and hunt. Or she's got no choice but to go and hunt. And I feel like that's how opportunities are created. And with that kind of mentality, that's why Turkey Al Sheikh told me himself, he wanted me for this fight. They had other people, but he wants me for this fight because I'm entertaining.
And for us, Lions in the camp means British and Irish Lions taking on the Brumbies tomorrow live on Sky Sports. So thank you for that link there. That's worked very well. Two very, very quick ones before we go because we're running out of time. Hamza Shiraz moves up in weight. He's with Andy Lee now. Maybe I'll go to you for this one, Tundi. Against Edgar Berlanga in New York. That's on Saturday. Could that be a defining night for Hamza?
I believe so. I've watched Hamza grow up as a kid. I've seen him boxing in Peacock, sparring with Denzel Bentley, and his father's a very nice, humble man. It shows in his son. A great fight. Big fight for a first fight up at 168.
Yeah.
But he's got a great man in his corner in Andy Lee, a real boxing man. A man who's been there, done it, former world champion. And I feel that he couldn't be positioned more better to grab this opportunity and with both hands and come out victorious on Saturday night.
And the night before that on Netflix, that's going to have a huge audience.
So much boxing.
One of the best trilogies in boxing, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. It's 2-0 Taylor. They'll argue the other way. Either way, you'd be surprised if it's not another humdinger.
For me, I loved both of them fights. I was on the edge of my seat. We got pure entertainment. And that's what, again, people that watch boxing, that's what they want. They want entertaining fights. Or they wait for that knockout.
Yeah.
And when there's not a knockout, that's the kind of fight you want to see, though. When you're on the edge of your seat, you're watching it, you're excited. So they've given that to us twice. Hopefully we get it the third time.
Yeah. Let's wish everybody the best of luck, all the British and Irish fighters on Friday and Saturday night. Thank you, both of you, for coming in and giving up your time. It's great to see you. All the best of luck out in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And I think you're actually going to New York for the presser this week. So
yes.
Good luck with that one as well.